Hey, I'm Rachel. I'm an accountant and powerlifter. I'm here with Vince to talk about my fit. Let's do this. Do I remember the first time I was introduced to powerlifting? Yeah, so back then, like I think it was around 2012, like I remember seeing girls on Instagram like deadlifting like a lot, like 305, like or in the 400s, you know? And I thought that was pretty like inspiring. I'm like, wow, this little body can pick up that much weight. Let me try that out. So me and Shamal started getting into like powerlifting type training, but we tried a Windler's 531 program out first. It's more of a strength program to just build the strength first before hopping on to a strictly powerlifting program. So, and then we're like, we kind of like this, like the extra mass we're getting. We're no longer like skinny bodies anymore. So, um, we we um we lifted for a while until we decided to do our powerlifting meet like in Vacaville, and then we're like, we're kind of addicted to this competition, and we kind of like want to train more. So here I am today, still a powerlifter. I've done like I guess 9 meets total, 2 nationals, 2 worlds, and I compete in the 56 kg class, so that's 123 pounds. So it's based on the 3 lifts: the squat, the bench, and the deadlift. So it's how much you lift based on your body weight. So, and then that's how they calculate like how strong you are. It's like when you're competing on the platform, the judges are like watching you. Like let's say for a squat, the judge will watch you to see if you squat all the way to depth. So that's the hips. The hip crease has to be below the knee. So that's like kind of like all the way down.
Yeah.
So like in training, we try to really focus on like getting that squat to depth, benching really like nice clean reps, and deadlifting like just making our lifts prettier and prettier, I guess. So that it can get us ready for that max attempt, that max 1 rep max, right? So like, and then my training, like how it is, since we are focusing on 3 lifts, is so obviously we need muscle. So my program, my training regimen is like a combination of bodybuilding and powerlifting. So I guess you could call the term power building, but I know some people don't like that word power building, but it's how I describe my training. I just love the ability to push yourself like through like your training, like the feeling that you're like that you made it through, like not failing a rep means a lot to me. It feels like I just feel like a more stronger person every day that I'm done doing the workout, and it makes me feel energized so I can keep on doing my thing and work on my business next. I'm like, okay, what's the next challenge, so that's how I intertwine that's how I get my energy for both of my things that I do for my business and for my lifting and coaching. Doing a powerlifting meet like a lot, like that's how I know it clicked with me. Like I'm obsessed with getting strong. Like I love looking at like how strong my physique is. Like I care about like aesthetics, strength, and like power. So like it's just, that's how I know it clicks with me. This is who I am, and I just want to keep getting better and better. I can't wait to be that grandma in the gym and lifting, like deadlifting. Like that's me in the future. I just want to have a strong body, like Wonder Woman. See, like that's what I like. Just a warrior body, So, how I use powerlifting to apply to my lifestyle is basically like the discipline that you have to have in lifting. Like you have to be on your nutrition. You have to remember like your water, your food. Like if I don't if I don't have a good nutrition, if I'm not feeling my body with good food, I'm gonna have a bad workout.
Yeah.
So like that's kind of like how I apply to other things too. Like I gotta set myself up for success. So that's why I always have like a calendar, plan stuff out for like just what I need to do that day, and just basically setting yourself up for success and be really disciplined about your priorities. That's basically how I see it. If they want to like learn, like if they're interested on deadlifting, they should just come to Iron Warehouse and just like ask me and Shamal like, hey, what do you think about my deadlift? And then we'll tell you what we think and an honest opinion. People can fit it in. Like I worked a 9-to-5 job in Silicon Valley, and it gets kind of crazy as an accountant too. Especially like when it's the end of the month and like you're trying to close the books. So what I did to fit it in was go to the gym during lunchtime. I skipped my lunch and I just went to the gym during lunchtime to just get it done. And it was a fast one, yeah, because it's only an hour. But at least you're doing something to contribute to your health. People need to remember your health is like, it's like an investment. Like you gotta, I don't know, it's so important to you, and it's like how you move and how you breathe. It's just really important to you, and you should take care of yourself, and you can find a way to fit it in if health is important to you. What Shamal and I do, we're both partners in real life and business partners. So what we do is we run an accounting firm called Asanani CPA, and what we do is basically like, how coaches, or how like us like people in fitness, we kind of track our macros. Like for those who do, it's kind of like we do tracking your finances. It's kind of like the same thing because it's important, So we do accounting and bookkeeping and tax planning for like small businesses. And most of our clients happen to be coaches and gyms because we are around them a lot. So that's what we mainly do. And we just really enjoyed like the synergy between both powerlifting and accounting.
Okay.
Yeah, and we're also part of a nonprofit called Live for Life, and they help like areas like Zimbabwe with and provide powerlifting equipment there, and just like low income areas, and donate like lifting stuff there. So
that's cool, actually.
Yeah, it's a really awesome cause that we're part of. Basically, from what we hear, so me and Shamal, we both are coaches, and sometimes we hear that I'm the more stricter one, and he's the less strict one. But anyway, how our style is basically like we're kind of like hands on and sometimes hands off, but we prefer like like basically in person coaching so that we can like see everything you're doing and just make the relationship more like personable and create a relationship, so it makes it more fun. So I guess my other fit that I want to try someday is like some kind of like fighting, like combat sport, like judo, BJJ, karate. I need to do something with all this muscle I have, like learn how to throw a punch at least, because I only know how to do it my way. And that's not pretty like technique, I guess.